Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're here to do my top 20 Apple Vision Pro apps that have released in 2024 that I still use all the time. So I know a lot of people out there probably got their Vision Pros, and you saw those reviews that came out the first week and they always had plans to return it. But here on this channel, I always wanted the Apple Vision Pro because of what it can do. You guys know I love VR on this channel, and if I could afford it, I definitely wanted to keep it as long as it was good, and I have kept it, and I've been using it for a variety of different apps, as you guys are about to see on this list throughout the year, and I'm still having a lot of fun with it. Is it as good as it can be? No. We still need controllers for the Apple Vision Pro to make gaming actually prevalent on this thing, because right now there's just not, I don't even have that many games on this list for that reason. You know, if I want to play games, I'm going to pick up my Quest, my PC VR, my PlayStation VR 2 every time, but the Apple Vision Pro is plenty capable of doing it. There are rumors that they're going to come out with controllers, and they're partnered with Sony, so that's good news. But for right now, there's still plenty of other apps that make this device cool and awesome and fun to use, and I want to talk about them within this video. So, without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, the first one here coming in at number 20 is going to be Omni Cards. Omni Cards is a game that lets you play all these unique card games that you can either play locally or with friends online, which is super cool. You can see events, you can create your own event or join an existing one, so you can schedule these card games and stuff, which is super awesome. You can see some are going on right now and some are going on later, which is cool. You can have a ongoing friends list and stuff like that. Which is super awesome. You can create your own room and join a room with room codes. And when you do local play, for example, you can see here in Omni Cards, it's really cool. You basically get to play card games. You can take different seats around here. You can move this up or down right here, which is cool. And then you can see all the different cards. You can change the table and take your different seats that you're in. You can look at the card library, so you can see some of the games that they added: Icebreaker Questions, Kitten Rescue, Mind Judge, Floodgate, and then regular playing cards that you can add to the table. Like if I did that right there, you can reset the cards, deal the cards, shuffle the cards, flip the cards, whatever you actually want to do, you can do right there, which is super awesome. You have a card store as well. Get all your favorite card games in one bundle. Only one copy of the card game is needed. A standard deck of playing cards, you can see right there, and you can see all the different ones that they're making. A word guessing party game. This one's cool. And you can get all the essential favorite card games in one bundle. As you can see here, it contains 2 decks of playing cards, 1 Color Rush, 1 Handfu, 1 Taboo. So you get all those essentials that you see on here. Like I talked about before with the game room, so you can go ahead and enter other players' rooms and stuff like that. So it is really cool, and everything is kind of handled with your hands. You can see it works really well. Then they also have like a little area that you can put it in. Right here, you can spawn a holder. So it is really cool, and you can come in here and play all of these different cards. You can kind of hide them behind you, which is really cool as these get shuffled out, and the cards look really good. They're high resolution, and then you can kind of play them out when it's your turn and play cards around the table and play all the different card games that you know and love on the Vision Pro with everybody online, which is super cool. So Omni Cards, even though it's early, it's only been out for a little while, I'm really excited about it. It only came out a couple of weeks ago, I believe, but the options are endless. Now that you have a deck of cards, and it's really easy to just grab them and play them with friends and invite players online, you know, and it's really awesome. And the interactions seem to work really well. You can just click on these buttons and they just work as you expected. Picking up your cards by pinching seems to work well, and throwing them down works well. So sky's the limit with this game if they keep adding more card games like that you can actually play and stuff, which is super awesome with their card library, and see where they go next. But really impressed what I see so far, and this is Omni Cards coming in at number 20. The next one here coming in at number 19 is an app called PreShow, and it basically lets you see all of these different trailers and stuff as you guys are looking at right here in front of you. But what is super cool is that you can select any of these trailers, and then you can hit start the show, and you can obviously watch the trailer like normal, right? Nothing really special here. And I don't even know if you can see it. Well, you should be able to see the trailer, but it has its own environment. So you have a theater one, which is not that like crazy. We've seen theater environments before. This one does look really good. I like the way that the theater looks. You feel like you're in a theater. Nice big gigantic screen in front of you to watch these trailers and stuff. But I think what really sets this apart is not necessarily that. It's the drive-in one that I'm about to show you. That's what really makes this cool. I really wish that I could use this drive-in environment in other applications. This is cool. Look at this. I'm in a car here, and I really feel like I'm at the drive-in theater right there. And as I'm sitting back in this car, I feel like the exact angle of how you would see a gigantic screen at a drive-in is right here in front of me. Because I feel like I'm sunk into the car in the perfect position, and the screen is in the middle of my mirror. And creepy guy over there taking a car order over there. You got some other cars right here and stuff like that. And it just looks really cool to watch a movie in here. Cars done really well, high resolution and stuff. It'd be cool if you could invite your friends. There is no online, obviously, but really cool to be able to watch trailers like this in this mode, in my opinion. And like I said, right now you can sync all these different trailers and watch them back to back, so you don't have to keep clicking on them one by one. They're adding trailers all the time that they said that they're adding into here. So it's kind of a work in progress, and you can select them all right here and just watch them all together. But this is really, really cool. It's a great way. If they are able to basically get trailers in here for new movies all the time, this is my go-to way of watching trailers, because why wouldn't I want to watch it in an immersive environment? The only thing to add after that would be, you know, consistently adding trailers, and then also being able to have a friend next to you while sitting in that, watching trailers together would be fun, obviously. But super, super cool app. I love watching trailers in here. And I can't wait to see them expand. This is a relatively new app as well, and I hope that they continue adding trailers consistently and having us, you know, coming here all the time for new trailers, which set a great cadence, and it would be a lot of fun. So, PreShow coming in at number 19. The next one here coming in at number 18 is Out There. This is a really, really cool story application that really tells you this claymation style and stuff like that. It tells you a story that is really, really cool. Here you go, as you can see. Obviously, I'm not going to show you guys the whole entire experience, but I'll show you guys a little bit of it so you guys can get an idea. It's really, really cool. Really good graphics, too.
Mama died when Liv was still little. Papa left to look for work. Liv found herself in a whole new kind of world. Stuck inside, spirit confined. Her imagination never died in there.
Really cool. As you can see, it opens up a window right in front of you, and it looks 3D, and you kind of look in there, and the story kind of comes to life around
Mama, I can't
musical
hear
performance
you
and stuff,
now,
which is cool.
but you used to
What a great way to
sing
retell a story
me.
and be involved in a story. It really feels like you're connected to the story in this
Oh,
way.
hello. Are you really here?
We are.
I've dreamt about you, but I didn't know you were real. Did you bring your magic? Oh my! What's it like to be a crow?
So it's a really, really cool app. Obviously, I don't want to spoil the whole entire thing, but you guys get the idea there on what you guys can expect out of that. It is super cool, and that is Out There coming in at number 18. The next one here coming in at number 17 is going to be Seasons there at the bottom. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to open up the application for you because then it's going to show my location and stuff like that. But I will describe the application to you guys instead, and actually I'll also show you the app store. So basically you can see Seasons is basically an interactive weather application, so it's a great way to look at weather. It is relatively expensive. It's like $24.99 for the year or $50 for forever, but it does give you like 34 different conditions, and you can be inside your environment and kind of see the weather around you live of what it is. If it's raining, you'll see rain. If it's snowing, you'll see snow. All these different environments. You can see the 3D globe as well with a map view. They also have a widget, as you can see here as well. That kind of gives you a little bit of a widget with the plant, and then the weather's kind of falling on top of it. They do give you a 3-day free trial, so you can try it if you want to. But it is a really, really super cool way to experience weather. It does have a lot of, radars and the maps and everything that you would want to see, and just being involved in the weather is super, super cool. The only thing I would say about this app is they also have environments that you can be in, but the mixed reality mode is the best way I like to see it. But I would wish that the top ceiling of your area would actually overtake the weather. They do have portions of it where it looks like it's a cloudy-ish when it's cloudy and stuff, but I wish the whole entire top ceiling would just take take over from actually being replaced and just make it seem like you're completely there with the weather. But it is still super cool having snow fall around you and leaves as you guys are looking at there. I just wish the top of your ceiling would overtake exactly what's happening with the weather, and you can see the real clouds coming right from the ceiling and stuff. But still super, super cool. It's the most immersive weather app I've ever played with, that's for sure. And it's really, really cool. Seasons coming in at number 17. The next one here coming in at number 16 is Immersive Bliss. Immersive Bliss is an application that I really, really like. It's also a relatively new app. And basically what it is it gives you comedy shows that you can watch, as you can see here. Each one of them has like a little trailer that you can watch, which I'll show you guys in a second. They're all $2 only, and you get like a 15-minute, experience of comedy. And I love comedy and stuff like that. Like you're with them on stage. And they also have magicians as well. I love magicians. The fact that they actually have magic on here is super awesome. And then, of course, they also have music performance as well. And then some stories as well that they have. But magic and comedy are my favorite two things on here. And it's really super cool. I will show you guys a preview of the trailer so you guys can see kind of what it looks like here. Hopefully it lets you see this and it's not blocked. Otherwise, I'm wasting my time talking over this. But you can see it's a very intimate moment. There's nothing behind you. It's all black. It's like right here in your area. So it is really, really cool. Immersive Bliss that they have all of these, like I said, all those comedy shows and stuff that you guys just saw, and magicians and stuff. Not a lot of apps like this, and the quality is pretty good as well. Immersive Bliss coming in at number 16. All right, guys, so the next one here coming in at number 15 is Explore POV. This was a really cool application that came out here recently. And what this is you can see that some of these are premium and some of these are free. I've only tried the free ones, and I can't imagine all the recently added ones that are also premium as well. You can see the library is pretty expensive on what you can actually view. There's a lot of them here. You can go see the Eiffel Tower, which is actually free. Some of these range from 5 minutes. The paid ones are usually 5 minutes. The free ones sometimes are a little bit shorter. You can see they all range from different times and stuff, but they let you get a front row POV, hence the name of the application, on all of these different locations, which is amazing. And the quality of these are, get this, 8K, 16K. So even higher than what the ones on the Apple Vision Pro on Apple TV and stuff like that are. These are even higher quality, and they do have a teaser that you can watch here. So I'm going to show you guys that here real quick. I don't know if it's coming across, but this looks amazing. Looks even a little bit better than what the Apple ones look like on their TV app, which were already mind-blowing. These are 16K. The only negative about this one versus the Apple one is the Apple one on the TV app, they go a little bit wider, a little bit, but you can see this one cuts out here with black right here. I think the Apple TV one is a little bit more 180. This one seems to be a little bit more ovalish. But when you're looking forward like this, it doesn't matter. You can't turn your head as much with this 16K version. But I'd rather have this than 16K that have a little bit more on the sides, because most of the time I'm just looking forward. It's supposed to be a front POV, like you see here. And it's showing you all these different experiences that you can experience in the app. I mean, look at this. This looks outstanding. Going through a bridge and stuff like that. This looks super amazing. And there's so many different ones to watch, too. And you can just buy a premium subscription per month and access all the premium ones. Or at the very least, you guys need to download this and try the free ones, because this looks amazing on the Vision Pro. Outstanding quality, bringing you to all these different locations around the world that a lot of us are probably not going to be able to see every single one. Never seen 16K footage like this before. This is the highest I've ever seen. I don't know exactly what cameras they're using, but it looks outstanding, in my opinion. So that is POV coming in at number 15. The next one here coming in at number 14 is SuperCut. This is the one that a lot of people use here to be able to watch Netflix and stuff like that, as you can see here. I have my Netflix here that I could log into, and then you could watch
specific email,
Netflix on here and watch all of your shows. It's obviously a simple application, but watching Netflix on here is much better than pulling up the Safari browser. You can actually watch 4K on here as well. When the TVs actually, when the episodes actually support 4K or the movies and stuff, you'll be able to actually see that on here, which is not the case if you watch it on Safari. I believe it's limited to 1080p. And this experience feels like a native application on here when you're watching these. I was just watching a show earlier today. Love watching Christmas movies on here and stuff like that. They did a great job, making this little application that lets you watch these Netflix movies and TV shows in a much easier fashion. So I'm super happy with it. You can switch profiles and everything like you would expect. And yeah, it's a fantastic experience to watch Netflix way better than the browser. And I use this all the time. So SuperCut coming in at number 14. The next one here coming in at number 13 is a combination of a few different apps because I didn't want them to take up all this space. And that's all the social applications on here. Things like Silver on here, which lets you go ahead and watch your Instagram that I can kind of put to the side here. And I can have Instagram open while that loads there. I can also have TikTok open here on the other side and scroll through my TikTok videos and stuff like that, which is cool. So you can see here I have my Instagram open. You can resize it if you want it to be a little bit bigger if you want to. And there you go. My TikTok there is open and you can kind of scroll through your TikTok feed, which is great. And then you have, your Instagram feed. Then you have your TikTok here. You can see the comments and everything as you would expect on a TikTok application, which is great. There is also another application that I recently discovered here for Twitter, which is called Dusk. I haven't actually logged into it, so I don't think I signed in yet. But there is also Dusk that you can use for Twitter. I was signed into it before, but I got kicked out. I got to sign into it again. But regardless, you guys get the idea. You to have TikTok and Instagram and X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, kind of all sitting here at the same time and kind of being able to navigate through them with native applications. I mean, they're not native from the actual owners, except for TikTok. Instagram and X is obviously made by a third-party developer. TikTok is the only one that's native, but regardless, they all work really well, and you can do everything that you want to do on them, and they look great on here. And yeah, having these social apps on here is something I use a lot to kind of have off on the side and kind of do something like this and kind of have them here. Sometimes having them all up top while I watch a movie, whatever the case may be, they're all here, and it is super cool to have easy access to all of them. So social apps coming in at number 13. Next application I want to talk about here coming in at number 12 is In Space. This is a really cool application on here that you can use. And basically what this is a giant social application. It's been around for a while here that you can actually open up, and you can see that it has all this social hub that you can kind of see, and you can see all the people have all these different rooms that are open right now. I'm going to obviously just join my own. You can see here, this is my little social area, so I'm going to go ahead and go inside. So I can go ahead and visit my space here. And what's really cool is this is a great social application that you can kind of actually see yourself here. As you can see, it's loading all my assets here in a minute. It has different games that you can play. You can invite all these different people to be around. You can talk. You can customize a lot of this stuff. As you can see here, I can customize this background. All of those things on the walls there. I customize the wallpaper, the floor. You can see we have a Christmas tree here right now, which is super cool. Little dog right here. You can see I customized those 3 pictures. That's for my Apple Vision Pro unboxing and stuff like that, which is cool. You can record yourself in here. You can personalize all of this stuff. You can even select different music tracks from your Apple Music and play them, and then whoever's in the room actually gets to hear that music and stuff like that with you, which is super cool. You have a whiteboard and a corkboard that you can leave messages for people while they come in here. You can see all the different things that you can personalize on here with all the different wall paint, the frames that you can select, and pictures, the music I was talking about, the floor, the curtains. You can even select the screen in the background, like instead of the night scene, you can change it. You can change this over here to be whatever you want. You can change what's on the display shelf over there, which is super cool. And again, you can play games with people as well. You can record the screen, but you can also come in here and play different games, like chess, for example. I can go ahead and click on that right from here. And then this right in front of you literally changes into a chessboard, which is super cool as it's loading the assets there. So, and then they also have a little flying one, and then also a Texas Hold'em one where you can play poker with your friends. But look at the animations and stuff on here as these assets get loaded in. It is super cool. You can play with the AI or with someone else, and it is, you know, a really fun social hub. They're updating it all the time. Hopefully they continue to add games to it. But what's here is super cool, making the space for your own, so you can even have your own pictures on the wall and your own music and stuff, so it really feels like your own space when people come in here with your own decorations. Is super awesome. So they're doing a great job with this application, and hopefully they continue to you know, add more to it. And there is one other thing that they also added to this application here recently. As we exit out, I'm going to show you guys here real quick, and we come back over here and open this up. You can see now people can actually share their social posts, so you can see people's images and videos that they share in Spatial 3. So if I just click on this one here, you can see it will pop up in front of me here, and right there automatically it is already in Spatial 3D. That dog feels like it's popping completely out of the screen. It looks better than any spatial video, photo I've ever taken. It looks really, really good. really easy way. If you don't have a lot of spatial videos and photos to see, you can kind of see them from here, which is super cool. So really good stuff in space coming in at number 12. The next one here coming in at number 11, I can't lie, is actually the Photos application that's built into this, even though it's been around since the very beginning. You can see all my photos and stuff are synced on here, but obviously the main point of this, I just updated, so that's why it's saying all this again. All new photos in the app. You can customize your library with a dynamic new layout and choose the layout that looks for the layout that works for you. You can share play your photos, use share play to view photos, spatial videos, and immersive panoramas together with others, which is awesome. And you can create spatial photos, taking your existing photos and transforming them. So I think that is what's super cool. Not only can you now finally watch this stuff with your friends, which is super awesome, but some of these spatial fixtures that I took were not like that before. See that little button on the top left? I took this photo and I actually converted it into spatial 3D, which is awesome. See, now it's turned off and it's back to the way it was before. And if I turn it back on, it does that little effect, and then it turns that into a spatial photo, which is super, super awesome. So hopefully one day they do that for videos as well, but this is super awesome that it can do this with any picture, and it works extremely well. Seeing all these different collections and stuff like that in all the videos is super, super awesome. So the Photos app is obviously a great way to relive those spatial memories and stuff like that. So I come in here often, especially now that you can share play with your friends. It made the app even better than it was when the Vision Pro came out. So the Photos app comes in at number 11. The next one here coming in at number 10 is Game Room from Resolution Games. You guys know, if you guys watch this channel, I love Resolution Games. They do a lot of great games on the Quest as well. And this is the original game that you can get if you have Apple Arcade. It's already included for free and you can download it. And it has a variety of different board games like Battleship and Yahtzee and chess and stuff like that into this game. They have been updating it into it, and I hope that they continue updating it because the interactions are great, the environments are great, and they kind of nailed this whole entire thing. Coming in at number 10. The next one here coming in at number 9 is going to be the television app that you guys are seeing right here. This one is super cool, especially as someone who grew up in the 90s like myself, and you guys are about to see why. Basically what you can do is you can have all of these 3D objects like this TV that I'm placing on my floor and play any video on here that you want, that you have on your Vision Pro. If I pop this up here, you can see all the different videos, and I could watch on here some of the videos that I've taken and imported onto here. You can see all the different TVs that you can kind of display, not the retro one that I just showed, but all of these other ones as well that you can kind of watch, which is super cool, and see a 3D representation of them. You can even watch YouTube on these TVs as well, so it doesn't have to be just a video that's on here, but having these objects kind of here and being able to just play them, as you can see here. This is a video from when I was on the cruise. It really does feel like this TV is in front of me, especially if I take away the background here. Like here, being in my room, I swear to God, this TV's on the floor right now. And I feel like I just have a TV in this room that I'm watching this show on, which is super awesome to be able to watch YouTube and, you know, your own content on here. It's a really simplistic app, but it is really, really cool. Television comes in at number 9. The next one here coming in at number 8 is going to be Sky Guide right here. And this is really, really cool. So you can be in a rooftop, you can be in the mountains or in the ocean, and it then takes you into this experience and stuff like that, where you're kind of looking at all of these stars, and it really does feel like a relaxing experience where you can look around all these different stars and kind of stargaze, and then you can click on all these and it will give you information about each one. You can pull them out from the sky like you just saw me do and manipulate them, and then it will give you like a little history about it as it talks about what that star is and shows you pictures and stuff like that, which is awesome. You can even look with binoculars to get like a close-up of some of these stars and stuff like that as you look through, which is super cool. You can zoom in with your hands or zoom out depending on what you want to do, and then you could you know, explore everything around you, which is super cool. So stargazing, if you guys are any fans of stars and stargazing and stuff, Sky Guide is one I recommend, and it comes in at number 8. The next one here coming in at number 7 is an awesome application called DJ, which basically, as it sounds, lets you be a DJ. Actually lets you use real life turntables and stuff like that in real life. If not, you can just use a digital version. It has different live effects and different environments that you could be in. But what sets it apart is the fact that it integrates with Apple Music and stuff like that. So you have access to your whole entire music library of millions of songs out there that you could kind of mix and play around with, and all of it is done with your hands. It is super cool, really, really fun to DJ. It brings me back to when I used to DJ back in the day. And I had a great time using this application and bringing back my DJ days. DJ coming in at number 7. The next one here coming in at number 6 has got to be MoonPlayer. This is the player of choice that I use right now to watch 3D movies and Blu-rays that I've ripped from my Blu-ray collection that I have that you guys know I watch on my 3D TV from LG. When I want to watch them from my Plex server and from other servers that I have, this is the application I choose to use it from. It lets you open up files either that you already have on here, as you can see. Obviously, I can't show you it because it will block it from, but you can see Carlos' server pops up automatically from DLNA that I have set up with my server, and it lets me access all the different content that I have on here. And then you can import those video or open them if you already imported them. And it's really super cool. Obviously, I can't show you for copyright reasons, but this is the way that I watch my 3D movies because it makes it super easy that it can find your media servers that you have around the home really easily. You can log into it, see your content, and imports it into here. And then you can play it anytime that you want right in here if you want, which is super awesome. So yeah, I just selected a random one just so it could put me in the environment, but you can see the different environments that it kind of puts you in and stuff like that. You can do quality boost, you can do real-time 3D, if this was a 3D video, even though it's not. Obviously, there's nothing for it to play because I didn't actually select anything. But you can see the different environments that it has. It has a pass-through environment, the dark, the private cinema. It has max, it has a window mode and a share space, so you can watch it with other applications as well. So you can have this pinned and not be in like a private cinema, but you can have like a little window so you can use other apps at the same time, like you can see here. And now I can be with other apps while this app is still playing, which is super awesome. You can also download different ones. This is something relatively new that I'm still exploring with this, but you can actually download different 360 photos and stuff like that, and you can select the world and kind of be in it and then watch content that way. Some are better than others depending on what you actually want to watch, but it is really cool and people can share it. You can do AI generations of it as well, different effects that you can kind of mess with and stuff. So it's all super, super cool. But the main thing for me is this is how I watch my 3D content from my actual Blu-ray collection. That's my main use case for it. And it's awesome that I can either watch it in a 3D immersive environment like their theater mode, or I can put it into here and still use other apps at the same time, which is super cool. So MoonPlayer coming in at number 6. The next one here coming in at number 5 has got to be Amaze VR. These are guys who are making the next generation of concerts that we can see in VR and on the Apple Vision Pro here. They have an application for the Quest as well, and you can see all of these different concerts here. Obviously, you can see the one that's coming soon, and then ones that they've done in the past. It's really, really cool.
Somewhere far, far away from Wisconsin.
You can literally join different songs that he does, and the experience is amazing. I wish I could show you, but it grays out because obviously copyright reasons. So I can't actually show you the actual concerts, but it is an amazing experience. They have a free one that they have a demo experience for each of these that you can try for free. So I recommend you guys download it and check this out for yourself. The T-Pain one was awesome. I have Zara Larson as well, and Upshaw. I have all 3 of those. And these are the concerts that they have right now. The only thing that's missing to make this app even higher on my list is more concerts released more frequently, because they don't release that often. And then sometimes when they release, I feel like I don't really engage with the artist. Like this next one coming, I don't know anything about that group or listen to them anyway, so it doesn't excite me. It probably excites others. But if they had more mainstream artists on here, I'd definitely be in here more and purchasing more of these. But still, this is the future of what concerts could be like in VR. And their quality of the ones that they're showing are amazing, and they're really, really fun to watch. So I urge you guys to check this one out. For sure, if you guys are into concerts, you won't be disappointed. Amaze VR coming in at number 5. The next one coming in at number 4 is my most used application, I think, on the Apple Vision Pro, and that is Disney Plus. And man, is this stuff amazing for watching content in. You can see here, if I log in, not only do they have a great library of 3D content, which is what makes me excited, because I obviously have a Disney Plus subscription. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Disney, but now I can come in here and watch all of these different movies that they put in here in VR, which is awesome. And they're still adding new ones. Hopefully Moana 2 comes here soon, because I'll be watching it out on here for sure, because I haven't seen it yet, because I've been waiting for it to hit the Vision Pro and Disney Plus. They have added, Avatar Way of the Water when it came out. And they did add Deadpool and Wolverine when that released, so I'm hopeful that they're going to add Moana, continuing to do that with their 3D movies. But I love watching it, but what really sets it apart is they knocked it out of the park with their 3D environments that you could actually watch this in. The Avengers Towers one is on a whole different level of, you know, immersiveness, as you can see here. The quality of, you know, the Iron Man sitting right there, the mask and the shields from Captain America, and just the environment behind you. Obviously, none of this stuff is new. It's been around since the Apple Vision Pro first came out, but it's still just as good today to watch content on here. Obviously, I can't really show you content right now on here because obviously it's copyright, but it also dims when you watch content and stuff like that in here. But watching, you know, content in these immersive environments on a gigantic screen, I think I can show you guys the trailer at least, where it puts it in there. Hopefully you guys can see this. I don't remember if you guys can see the trailer or not, but if you can, that's great. If you can't, you guys get the idea that it's blacking out, and now everything is kind of has like a blacked out look, and you have like a different scenery. And it's just a fantastic experience to be able to do this. And they have not just that environment, obviously, but the other environments that they've had on here, like the Disney Plus theater, as you can see here, which looks awesome and feels like you're in a theater for Disney Plus. If you've ever been there in real life, they have one based on Monsters Inc. here, which is super cool. So I usually watch my Pixar films here. I watch my Marvel stuff here. I watch my Star Wars stuff here, which also looks fantastic, being in a speeder and stuff like that while you're watching this content is awesome. And it just looks really, really good. They took their time making this well. They have an Iceland one now if you want to watch documentaries in here as well. That also looks cool. Not as impressive as the other ones in my opinion, but it's still cool. And then anything that doesn't fall in those categories I watch on the Disney Plus theater. So fantastic application. I hope that they keep adding more to it. Maybe they'll make more environments one day and keep adding more 3D movies. I think this is awesome, and it's my most used application because I watch a lot of content on here and have the biggest library of 3D content in great quality right here at my fingertips. So Disney Plus coming in at number 4. And the next one here coming in at number 3 has of course got to be the Apple TV app. For all the immersive videos that they've been releasing, and they've been releasing more nowadays, not only for the immersive content, but also the 3D movies that they have on here, not just the ones that I just showed you on the Disney Plus, but they have obviously a bunch of movies on here that you can either purchase or rent or watch from wherever they are. So I'm glad that they're supporting this and adding new 3D movies all the time when they're available, which is obviously awesome. And you can either buy them or watch them depending on where they're actually being streamed from. Which is super awesome. So, and I have a pretty good collection of 3D movies in my library, and they show you right here, hey, which ones are in 4K, which ones are in 3D. Boom, these are the ones that I own in 3D on the Apple Vision Pro, and you can see here that you can play them in 3D, and you can watch it in any of the fantastic Apple Vision Pro environments like the beach that we're in here right now. But then, like I said, they also have, of course, the Apple immersive videos that you can see. This one here, wildlife coming up. And you know, they're actually adding more frequently now, which is awesome. You can see that they have the Experience Immersive, which is the trailer. They have the Wildlife, Prehistoric Planet, Open Hearts, which is an amazing music video that shows you how music videos can really take shape and form. You have the Submerged one that's like 15 minutes long that really tells you how storytelling can be done in the Apple Immersive format. Nothing like I've ever seen before. It felt like a mini movie. Then you have the concerts that they're doing on here as well. The sporting events that they did, like the NBA All-Star Weekend, the Elevated series and stuff. Just fantastic stuff that you can see on the Apple Vision Pro application, or sorry, Apple TV application with your immersive videos, and all the 3D movies that they have on here. So I'm always in here watching stuff, always looking forward to the next one. I think they have another Apple immersive video dropping in a week or two, so looking forward to that. So yeah, the Apple TV application coming in at number 3.
The next one here coming in at number 2 is a game called Thrasher Arcade Odyssey. Now, a lot of you guys are probably looking at this and another game may come to mind. If you guys are familiar with a game called Thumper, this is from that same developer, and this game actually won the Apple Game of the Year on the Apple Vision Pro, and you can see why if you actually play it. I mean, granted, they didn't have a million options to choose from, because like I talked about in the beginning of the video, there's no controllers, so a lot of games aren't being ported over right now. Hopefully that changes soon. But that doesn't take away with how awesome this game is. This game is not only on the Apple Vision Pro, but it's on the Quest. But it obviously looks visually nicer on the panels, on the OLED panels, and on the quality of the actual lenses on the Apple Vision Pro. And it is super fun to play. It kind of has that same vibe of Thumper, where you're using your hands and you're guiding in space, you're dashing, swooping, and kind of defeating all these bosses and stuff like that to try and survive. It's a really cool game. The sound and stuff like that is all awesome, just like Thumper used to be. This is a new adventure, so if you guys are fans of Thumper and like that style of game, definitely check this one out. It is super fun, and it is obviously really close to being my favorite game of the year on the Apple Vision Pro, minus the first one we're about to talk about. So, Thrasher Arcade Odyssey coming in at number 2. And the number one thing that comes on the top of my list here of something that I experienced or played on the Apple Vision Pro is Marvel's What If from Disney. They did a fantastic job with Marvel Studios, really engrossing you into a Marvel story and kind of feeling like, hey, what can a Marvel game look like on the Apple Vision Pro, using the unique features that it has, showcasing what mixed reality can do, but actually still feel like you're playing a game and you're actually in the story. And I honestly think they nailed it. I felt like I was part of the story the whole time. There were some gameplay aspects to it to keep you engaged into the story and continue playing, and I didn't want to put it down. And it did some cool effects and cool things that I haven't even seen in mixed reality before, even though I own a Quest. So it's obviously the Marvel characters that we all know and love that are bashing through your home, and you're trying to take down the bad person and stuff like that, and Thanos, and it's just an all-around fantastic experience. It's my favorite thing I have experienced on the Apple Vision Pro up until this date, and anybody who owns one needs to play this for sure. Marvel's What If, fantastic, and it comes in at my number 1. And I hope you guys enjoyed this list of my top 20 favorite apps on the Apple Vision Pro for 2024. Even though there's not a lot of new stuff on here, or we're not getting a lot of games and stuff, there's still some cool stuff to be had for those of us who still own the Apple Vision Pro and are waiting to see what Apple does next. And I'm sorry about the little loud audio issues during watching when I was talking about some of the apps with the scenery behind me on the beach. I didn't realize that sound was that loud. Next time I know to turn that stuff all the way down. So I apologize that was a little loud when some of the apps were being talked about. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And if you guys happen to have a Vision Pro, you can check these out. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time.